4 News now at 6. State funds running out for wildfire victims. Governor Inslee's call for community support while we wait for federal funding.
And it's getting warmer tomorrow, but that's not all. I'm also tracking more wet weather on the way, and I'll let you know if it'll impact your weekend plans.
And a walk against hate, how you can show your support for the LGBTQ+ community following multiple anti-pride attacks. You're watching 4 News now at 6.
There's going to be days of frustration waiting to see what response we get from the federal government.
It's been a week now since Governor Inslee asked President Biden for federal aid toward the Oregon Road and Gray fires. Today, the governor was in Spokane. His first stop was the Red Cross. There, he met with a long-term recovery group to discuss how to help victims of the Spokane County fires. Allison Martinez shares the takeaways.
Here in Spokane at the Red Cross, Governor Inslee met with representatives from both the Oregon Road and Gray fires to discuss what the most pressing needs are at this time and what the state can do to help.
It's really a community effort to move forward in the recovery process, and having support at the federal or state level is going to go a long way for helping everybody move forward in the recovery.
Governor Inslee says his administration has already spent every available dollar for relief from these wildfires, but will continue to make it a priority.
We're acting as quickly as humanly possible, and it's a high priority for my administration. Trudy and I have our hearts are in these communities. This devastation is incredible.
Last week, Governor Inslee asked President Biden for federal aid toward the fires. He says with this process, there is more than meets the eye.
This is an uphill battle under the laws that currently exist to be able to get this aid, but we think the damage warrants us at least making a college try.
Federal disaster aid is currently designed to benefit hurricanes, floods, and tornadoes, not wildfires.
That law needs to change. We've been urged Congress to change that law for some period of time.
So what now? Debris removal, accommodations for those living in trailers, groceries, and gas were all mentioned as things fire victims need now. Governor Inslee is working with local groups to get those needs met. However, half of the 240 Gray fire victims have not yet connected to the Red Cross, limiting the help they can receive. The Red Cross urges those people to give them a call. Both Governor Inslee and the Red Cross emphasize the importance in celebrating small victories amidst the tragedy.
The leader of the Red Cross said that this is the best response to a terrible emergency she's ever seen. And I think Spokane County has a lot to be proud of.
For more information on wildfire recovery, you can visit our website, kxly.com. Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Breaking news tonight on Capitol Hill. Within the last hour, the GOP nomination for the Speaker of the House, Representative Steve Scalise, has dropped out of the race. His decision comes as it was becoming clear not enough fellow Republicans would support his bid.
There are still some people that have their own agendas, and I was very clear. We have to have everybody put their agendas on the side and focus on what this country needs. This country is counting on us to come back together.
There are roughly 20 Republicans who have publicly opposed Scalise for Speaker. The current majority leader asked them to explain their reasons. Scalise would have needed a majority of the chamber to be elected, meaning he could only lose 4 votes. The House cannot conduct any legislative business until it decides on a successor to ousted Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Well, warmer weather is on the way, but that's not all ahead for our weekend. Let's send it over to meteorologist Matt Gray. We have weekend plans already, Matt. I need to see into the forecast.
Well, let's peer into the crystal ball here and see what we've got. So some pretty nice looking weather as we head into tomorrow, but as we head into Saturday, well, you can kind of already see what's coming down the pipeline here. You've got another weather system off the coast. It's going to push its way in, and that means things start to get in question a little bit as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So let's fast forward here and kind of use our simulated radar. And you notice that as we head into Friday evening, we start to see some rain west of the Cascades. And as we are waking up on Saturday morning, at least some of that moisture is going to push across the Cascades. For everything that I've looked at today, I don't think there's going to be a ton of it. But as we get into Saturday afternoon, we're going to start to be looking for more wet weather, and we'll be tracking that for the rest of the weekend. But hey, tomorrow's looking awesome. Mid-60s. Definitely going to be a bit of a cloudy start, but I'm expecting less fog than we saw this morning. And we'll get that little bit of much needed sunshine. Always welcome this time of the year. As for tonight, temperatures down to around 40 degrees. Not as much fog as I mentioned before, but we'll still see a little bit of patchy fog out there as we start our day. I'll have more on the weekend rain coming up.
Thank you, Matt. As Spokane struggles with an overcrowded jail, one facility is celebrating 2 years of helping people accused of crimes stay out of jail and get the much-needed mental health or detox help that they need. Since opening 2 years ago, the Spokane Regional Stabilization Unit says it's helped more than 2,000 people. The people who are given the chance to go to the facility are low-level offenders, and police officers are able to give them a choice: the program or jail. Right now, the facility is seeing more than 30 people a day come through the doors.
I think the biggest success is the number of people that we've served in the community, the ability to maintain positive relationships with our stakeholders like law enforcement, and provide good quality care to our clients.
And when they complete the program, people are able to have their charges dropped. So far, the director says less than 11% of patients are re-entering the program more than once. America's in need of blue-collar workers right now. Tonight, students have the chance to get out and learn more about trade jobs. Spokane Public Schools and the Associated Builders and Contractors are holding a trade night event at Ferris High School. Peter Choi is live tonight with what students can expect from the event. We love seeing you out there, Peter. Matt even requested another live look, and here we are.
Oh, there you go, there you go. Well, Kirsten, this is it. This is it. This is my next career right here. Hey, lots of excitement going on right now. We're at Ferris High School Trades Night. We got everything from mini excavators to boom lift like this one. And let me tell you more about what's going on here. So we got more than 40 companies with a goal to provide hands-on experience for students who may want to pursue trade jobs. So Tatiana Felix of Associate Builders and Contractors says this kind of event is important for students having to make a decision about their future.
And our goal is to change the narrative that success looks different for everyone. There are those kids that are want to go to college, they want to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever those things look like. And I mean, even in the trades, we need kids to do that. But you don't have to. And even if you pick to go in the trades, you can still have a great career, you can make great money, and you can love what you do.
And these companies are not just here to provide hands-on experience, but they also want to hire potential workers. Organizers say there's a shortage of trade workers across the nation right now, and tonight students are able to find contact information and even apply for jobs. And did I also mention this is a free event for anyone in the community, so it opens until 8 p.m. So come check it out if you're interested with your family. Kirsten?
Peter, it's a good thing you don't have a fear of heights, because that is, I think we went even higher during the 6 p.m. newscast than at 5 p.m. What a wonderful event.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, Peter. Well, still ahead, a push to give more control of what kids see online, how 2 states are planning on taking TikTok's algorithm, and a small Idaho community fire district hoping to connect with their growing community with a cup of coffee, the bright new way they're meeting their neighbors.
The enormity of their anguish, their loss, is immeasurable.
The Secretary of State pledging support to Israel as troops try and rescue American hostages captured by Hamas. We'll have the latest next on 4 News Now at 6.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
We love to save you green.
It's time for 4 News Now's Coats for Kids. Just drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate to Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Chaz Health is proud to sponsor 4 News Now Coats for Kids. You can drop off your donations at one of our medical clinics and be sure to ask for your annual flu shot. Donate your coat at any of Chaz Health clinics through the month of October.
Flooring is not forever. Are you tired of stains, traffic patterns, chips, dents, scratches, and the smells? Shop for the perfect flooring for your life, whether you need carpet, laminate, or hardwood. Great Floors is here to help you reinvent your space. We're celebrating Karastan Month in October by offering incredible discounts on Karastan carpet and hardwood flooring. Ask about our in-house 0% 12-month financing. Visit a Great Floors today and spend the winter on Great Floors.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Property crime increasing, shootings in our parks, homelessness crisis getting worse. Spokane, it doesn't have to be this way. Safer neighborhoods, a vibrant downtown, and people in need getting real help. That's my vision for our future. I'm Kim Please, candidate for Spokane City Council President. I'm a new voice for Spokane, and I'm asking for your vote.
We pray for healing for Israel as a nation.
The U.S. House of Representatives holding a candlelight vigil on the steps of the Capitol building tonight for the more than 2,000 people who have lost their lives since Hamas attacked on Saturday. The U.S. Secretary of State in Israel tonight vowing to support Israel's defense efforts. This comes while rescue teams search for hostages and provide humanitarian channels for civilians caught in the crossfire. CNN's Laura Aguirre has the latest on Blinken's visit, and we must warn you, some of the details may be disturbing to hear.
There is no excuse. There is no justification for these atrocities. This must be a moment for moral clarity.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Tel Aviv Thursday, meeting with Israeli leaders and survivors of Hamas's bloody attacks on thousands of civilians this week.
First priority are our friends and family that are now in Gaza.
More than 100 hostages, Americans among them, are being held by Hamas. Their exact whereabouts in Gaza unknown. And with another wave of Israeli airstrikes raining down on Gaza Thursday, fear for their safety worsens.
They use hostages as human shields, and they're very willing to give the hostages up to be sacrificed.
We're doing everything we can to secure the release of the hostages, working closely with our Israeli partners.
Hamas is ISIS. And just as ISIS was crushed, so too will Hamas be crushed.
The Prime Minister's office released more evidence of barbaric acts by Hamas militants, including photographs of burned infants. Images that have other Israeli officials pushing back against concerns that Israel's retaliatory strikes are killing civilians in Hamas-run Gaza.
It was an unprovoked attack, a major massacre against civilians. We have no other choice.
We stand with Israel in its determination to do everything possible to ensure that what happened on Saturday never happens again.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
And we turn now to your forecast. We're set up for a beautiful evening across the inland Northwest. If you have plans this weekend, we're keeping an eye on some wet weather that's going to be pushing closer to the inland Northwest. We'll have that in your full forecast coming up shortly.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mechanics Pride.
BE BECU's free shred and e-cycle event is back. Members can bring their sensitive documents for free shredding and dispose of old electronics safely. BECU will also collect cash, food, clothing, and household items. Visit becu.org/shred for more details.
The most important issue in this mayor's race? Crime and public safety. I'm Nadine Woodward. We cannot let Spokane become Seattle. It's why I increased police patrols, opened new precincts, and got dangerous offenders off the streets with our Violent Crimes Task Force. My opponent? She's helped fund criminals and is supported by anti-police activists. I'm proud to be endorsed by law enforcement. I'm Nadine Woodward, and I approve this message. Let's make crime illegal again.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
Experience the breathtaking production that leaves both audiences and critics awestruck. Les Miserables.
November 14th through 19th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets available at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
BECU's free shred and e-cycle event is back. Members can bring their sensitive documents for free shredding and dispose of old electronics safely. BECU will also collect cash, food, clothing, and household items. Visit becu.org/shred for more details.
Once we get past tomorrow, rain chances will be rising as we head through the weekend and then through early next week. Not any particular day I'm thinking it's going to be like a huge soaker or anything like that, but certainly some waves of rain moving in and out, and something that you definitely should be planning around. So let's start off with this and get right to it. Forecast radar simulated clouds building as we head into tomorrow night. By Saturday morning, there's a chance for a little bit of wet weather, but especially across eastern Washington, I think things are going to be on the quieter side. Now, as you work your way into the Idaho Panhandle and really all across the northern tier of the inland Northwest, especially as we get a little bit later in the day, we're going to start to see those spotty showers developing in the mountains. Some of those will work their way down to the valleys. It's just how things usually come out here when we have that moisture comes across, and we'll see our winds shift out of the southwest. So for Saturday afternoon, if you're north of I-90, keep an eye on the skies. May see just a little bit of rain. We then have another push of wet weather that is going to show up here, and this is good news while we're all asleep. So anywhere between midnight and about 3 in the morning, we've been seeing this rain come in on our forecast computers, and this will be in and out by the time we're waking up, most of us, in the morning. That brings us to well, at least during most of the daylight hours on Sunday, things look pretty okay. But as we head into Sunday night, you can see right on the far edge of your screen here, that'll be another wave of moisture, and that'll be the wet weather coming in for Monday and Tuesday. Now, not only are we going to see a little bit of rain this weekend, but we're also going to see warmer temperatures. That starts tomorrow too, where we'll be consistently above our average here, which is now starting to fall into the 50s here as we head over the next few days. We'll be consistently in the mid 60s. In fact, could even get to the upper 60s by next Monday and Tuesday. And we haven't seen those temperatures for a little while. Skies are clearing out. We've got a beautiful dusk going on right now in downtown Spokane, 53 degrees for this evening. Here's your lows for tonight, as we'll still see some cloudy conditions around parts of North Idaho, partly cloudy in Spokane, mostly clear as we're getting up in the morning in central Washington. Not nearly as much fog as what we saw this morning, but still we'll see some patchiness out there. So cloudy start to the day. Put the kids on the school bus and We'll see those temperatures in the low 40s, but we'll warm up a lot faster as we go through the day, so you won't really need the jackets as much as you have the past couple of afternoons. As we see temperatures get well into the 60s, we'll even see a couple of places get close to 70, and hey, mid-70s in the LC Valley. Not bad for a Friday in mid-October. And here's how the 7-day forecast goes. We continue on with wet weather at times through Tuesday, and then we start to dry out again heading into next Wednesday, next Thursday. And overall, these temperatures staying pretty mild for this point in the year. And although they're mild now, oh, you know they're not going to be mild forever. That's right, coats for kids all the way through the end of this month will continue. If you've got a coat that can help keep a child warm this winter, you can see some of our new sponsors in the bottom there of the screen graphic. You can drop off at any of those locations through the end of this month.
And they're going to need them. We know that the kids right now, the Spokane kids know that they can just have their sweatshirts and things in the 40s and, you know, those temperatures, but
it's gonna turn before you know it. There's always that week where all of a sudden, boom, it's winter.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Matt. Well, a growing North Idaho Fire District is opening its doors to neighbors in a bright new way. Natalie Grant shows us how they're making connections one cup of coffee at a time.
Here at Mica Kid Island Fire District, just south of Coeur d'Alene, when this red light is on outside of their fire hall, it's an open invitation for the entire community to grab a cup of coffee, come inside, and meet their firefighters. On a foggy Thursday morning, the crew at the Mica Kid Island Fire District is gathered around the kitchen island with warm cups in their hands.
We have the beautiful, peaceful beauty of Coeur d'Alene away from the noise. And we have our little quiet, peaceful section of the world to enjoy.
Today, this crew includes Steve Isaacson, a retired firefighter who lives right down the road. Steve saw this red light on and decided to stop by. The ultimate goal of this new initiative started by Chief Robert Matui.
And this is the way to meet the people that are here to serve you. And they want to do it. It's open arms, and it's a great idea.
When the red light is on, it means come on in for a warm cup of coffee and good conversation. According to Chief Matui, over the last few years, there has been more and more people moving into their hillside community.
We've had a lot of growth up here, and we've had a lot of the original families up here, and I want everybody to meet each other and just let them know we are still the same Mica Kid Flats community that we've always been.
And while communities are growing, the number of people volunteering with fire departments have shrunk. Chief Matui says opening their door like this is also a way for showing people what volunteering for their local fire station is like.
Our numbers are really down, just as a whole in the fire service. Volunteerism is dying. People do not want to do it as much as they used to. So I'm using this as a tool to get people in here and find out if they're interested in volunteering for their community.
Chief Matui hopes that this inspires other fire districts, both big and small, to start a similar system and get to know their neighbors one cup of joe at a time. Reporting on Mica Kid Island, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
Still ahead, a walk against hate, how people came together today to show their support for Spokane's LGBTQ+ community.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Join us for jackpots, food, and fun at Mississauga Casino Hotel.
Hello, I'm Mark Peterson. It's that time of year again when Washington Trust Bank helps you dispose of your sensitive documents and protect your identity with 4 easy steps. First, head to one of their 4 participating drive-through locations. Second, fill your seal and shred bag with the documents that you want to destroy. Third, secure the seal and shred bag. Then, drop your bag off at Debris where they will destroy your documents in their secure space. Pick up your seal and shred bag this Friday at Washington Trust Bank's Northgate branch, located on North Division.
Flooring is not forever. Are you tired of stains, traffic patterns, chips, dents, scratches, and the smells? Shop for the perfect flooring for your life, whether you need carpet, laminate, or hardwood. Great Floors is here to help you reinvent your space. We're celebrating Karastan Month in October by offering incredible discounts on Karastan carpet and hardwood flooring. Ask about our in-house 0% 12-month financing. Visit a Great Floors today and spend the winter on Great Floors.
A guy wearing a mask took your son. He gets snatched by somebody?
Friday night.
Who would do this?
We may finally have an answer to a mystery over 25 years old.
David Muir, Deborah Roberts, the all-new 2020, Friday night on ABC.
There it is. That feeling you get when you can do more with less asthma. It starts with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Can you picture it? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
Around the nation, someone somewhere woke up a multi-millionaire from the second largest Powerball jackpot in history. After 36 drawings, the winning ticket was purchased in California and hit all the right numbers. The grand prize estimated at more than $1.7 billion. ABC's Tim Pulliam has reaction from Los Angeles.
75 miles north of Los Angeles, Midway Market and Liquor is buzzing. The ticket for the $1.7 billion Powerball jackpot was sold here in Frazier Park, matching all the numbers, 22, 24, 40, 52, 64, and the Powerball 10. Chris Khalil's father co-owns the store.
A buddy called me at like 9:10 p.m. last night. I had just gotten to the gym, and he calls me freaking out. He's like, hey, your store hit, your store hit, your store hit. And I just couldn't believe it, honestly.
The winner or winners have yet to come forward. The $1.7 billion prize is the second largest in Powerball's history. The lucky ticket holder could choose annual payments over 30 years or take the lump sum of roughly $774 million. Under Powerball rules in California, Midway Market earns a share of the prize, up to $1 million for selling the winning ticket.
I mean, it's a nice bonus. It's a nice bonus. Hopefully we could give back to the community a little bit. You know, it's a small town, so I'd like to give back.
The Golden State has a record of billion-dollar grand prize winners. Back in July, a ticket purchased in downtown LA won $1.08 billion. A jaw-dropping $2.04 billion was won in LA County last November. In a statement, Powerball officials congratulating the winners, saying they defied the odds and helped generate funding for public services supported by U.S. lotteries.
Somebody is waking up this morning, this afternoon, perhaps with $1 billion piece of paper. In this case, $1.7 billion Powerball ticket.
2 tickets sold in Arizona and Pennsylvania won $2 million from Wednesday's drawing. The Powerball jackpot now resets to $20 million. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Still ahead, there's a new group at Gonzaga helping to support LGBTQ alumni. Why members say this community is needed. Next on 4 News Now.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
It was in August, fires raged through our area. This one, the Gray Fire in Medical Lake. Homes destroyed, trees destroyed along with it. They've got to come down and get moved out for the rebuild. We're here in mid-October to help move them. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by and with volunteers from Horizon Credit Union.
Join us for jackpots, food, and fun at Mississauga Casino Hotel.
Have you been looking for the perfect pre-owned vehicle and wondered, where have all the used cars gone?
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for Toyota, Subaru, Ford, or maybe that perfect Honda.
Every pre-owned vehicle is quality inspected and ready for you to take home today.
We work with local lenders to get you the rate you deserve.
Inventory changes daily, so come see us at Coeur d'Alene Honda or visit us on our website at cdahonda.com.
Discover fall in Coeur d'Alene. Experience the hidden treasure of autumn in our serene lakeside town. As the lively energy of summer subsides, the town embraces the tranquility of fall. Guests can unwind and find solace by the glistening lake. See for yourself why fall is Coeur d'Alene's best-kept secret. Book your fall foliage lake cruise overnight package now and make memories that will warm your heart for years to come.
It's time to remodel your bathroom, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Luxurious Karastan carpets are just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now, during National Karastan Month, you can save beautifully. Use your exclusive rebate to receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan carpets and the flawless craftsmanship of Luxe Craft hard surface flooring. Live beautifully, save beautifully with Karastan at Panhandle Carpet One, Floor and Home.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Panhandle Carpet One.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
And we met basically in secret in an attic.
Gay students at Gonzaga have come a long way in the last 2 decades. Once meeting in secret, there's now a dedicated safe space on campus to support the LGBTQ+ community. Gonzaga also just launched the Lavender Alumni Community, a group for LGBTQ+ Zags. Bronte Sorotsky has the story.
When Travis Mayfield was a Gonzaga student, LGBTQ spaces on campus like this were almost unheard of. Well, just yesterday, the campus launched a brand new LGBTQ alumni group.
I knew maybe 2 or 3 other openly gay people on campus.
In the 90s, Mayfield says Gonzaga didn't have much support for gay students. Some even received death threats.
There were moments where it didn't feel safe to be openly gay at Gonzaga.
Fast forward to today, the Jesuit University has a center just for LGBTQ students and allies to study, meet new friends, or just relax. It allows them to feel safe on campus, even if they can't in the community.
The community is still under attack in various ways, politically, legally, physically, and so a lot of what we do as a resource center is to try to provide safety and resources for folks to manage that.
This week, the university launched an LGBTQ alumni group called the Lavender Alumni Community.
Lavender's been a consistent symbol for a long time as part of resistance movements in the LGBTQ+ community.
Travis didn't have any of the support or resources gay students at Gonzaga have now. He says it makes him want to give back to this new generation of queer students even more.
To help a young queer person kind of getting their feet and their bearings after coming out of Gonzaga or while they're still at Gonzaga would just make me so happy.
Members of this alumni group will act as mentors to current students. Even though many gay students like Travis had some tough times in the past, it's something they're ready to move forward from.
If I had an opportunity to make someone's life better through this, it would be a joy.
Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
And today, Spokane hosted a crosswalk to crosswalk against hate, a crosswalk to crosswalk walk against hate, following recent incidents of anti-pride vandalism. Marissa Rio walked along with them.
All of the people behind me are here to show support. I spoke with one woman at the starting point who said hate is not welcomed in Spokane. Members of the community walked 3 miles to spread that same message. The walk against hate started near the Odyssey Youth Movement, where the most recent acts of vandalism took place. It's an organization that supports LGBTQ+ kids and teens.
We're above this. Spokane's definitely above this. We don't need to go too low to do this.
The route continued through Liberty Park and U District.
And we love to walk and hike, but
we also love the idea of not supporting those who hate. We want to support those that love, especially this time of year and what's going on in the world. We just all need to love more.
A city official said the mayor and members of city council unfortunately had other obligations, so they weren't able to attend. City staff still wanted to spend their lunch hour coordinating the event.
This was an opportunity for city employees to just stand up and say that hate does not belong in our community, and this is not something that we're going to accept and tolerate. Beyond today, participants say there are other ways to support the LGBTQ+ community.
Just acknowledging people, just be more accepting, using the correct pronouns, identifying, just be acceptful, show more love, no hate.
The walk ended near the Rainbow Crosswalk in downtown, which was also just vandalized last week. Reporting in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
And we'll turn now to your forecast. As you saw there during that walk against hate, it was a beautiful day across the inland Northwest. Definitely was a little cloudy to start the day, but the clouds mostly cleared and the sun came out, and we're seeing a clear evening now over One Spokane Stadium here in downtown. It's 53 degrees. The last rays of light still in the sky as we continue to keep losing all that daylight here in the month of October. For tonight, 40 degrees, a little bit of patchy fog, but should not be at near the levels that we saw last night and earlier this morning with a light northeast wind. For tomorrow, another beautiful day. We'll see the sun pop out here after a little bit of cloudiness in the morning, with a high of around 65 degrees. Now, after that, well, that's when things start to kind of take a little bit of a turn, and that's because more wet weather is on the way. But you know what? Timing is everything, and at least for now, I think the timing of some of this wet weather is mostly going to cooperate with your weekend plans. I'll go over that timing. Plus, there's the timing of something else that I think a lot of people are looking forward to, a solar eclipse that I may not have as good a news on. I'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. Well, high school seniors across Spokane County have a chance to earn a scholarship to help pay for college, courtesy of the Innovia Foundation. It's a part of the foundation's Launch Northwest program. There are some restrictions. It will only be available for select students graduating from 10 high schools. Applicants' household income has to be less than $100,000, and those selected will also have to participate in the foundation's mentoring program. To see if your child is eligible and for more information about the scholarship, head on over to KXLY.com. Well, that scholarship would not only pay for college, but it would also help cover the cost of trade schools. Our Peter Choi is live tonight at Ferris High School's Trade Night, where students are getting a look at what they can do with these types of careers. Peter, we've already had a couple of calls into the newsroom about how much longer people will be able to go out to this show. It's until 8 p.m., right?
That's right, that's right. So this time I want to show you what's going on inside the Ferris High School. Lots of excitement here. So take a look at this. The students are actually learning how to build glass frames here, which is really cool. And take a look at this side of it. And then they're putting a glass on it. Put the glass to do. And take a walk with me here. This activity, this work right here is called carpet water extraction. They're actually extracting water from the carpet right now, which is something called a lot of hands-on experience right now. And this is one of the 40 companies here with one goal to provide hands-on experience for students who may want to pursue the trade jobs. Tatiana Felix of Associated Builders and Contractors says this kind of event is important for students having to make a decision about their future. And these companies are not just here to provide hands-on experience, but they also want to hire potential workers. Organizers say there's a shortage of trade workers across the nation right now. So tonight, students are able to find contact information and even apply for jobs. And again, opens until it's a free event. So if you're watching this right now and if you're interested, come check it out and get some hands-on experience with your family. Back to you.
Until 8 o'clock tonight, still a little bit of time. Thank you, Peter. Coming up in sports, Washington State football making final preparations for its matchup against Arizona. Our sports team shows us where the Cougars need to improve ahead of Saturday's big game. Next on 4 News Now.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture. 4 News Now is brought to you by Floor & Home by Carpet One.
Win big at Spokane Tribe Casino this October in the Jeepers Creepers giveaway. Win cash prizes every Thursday and drive away in a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Sahara at the grand prize drawing on Friday, October 27. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Do you want to save energy this winter? Time to talk with the experts at Country Homes Power. Save on Valor gas fireplaces that distribute steady, even heat even when the power is out. Turn down your furnace and heat wisely with Valor. Shop the savings at Country Homes Power today.
We love our house, but lately we've been feeling a little cramped.
So we talked to ICCU about a new home loan. The process was super quick, and we got a really great rate.
We start house hunting tomorrow.
Preferably something with a bigger garage.
One thing that I think is cool about Move Fitness is that everyone that walks through our doors comes for a different reason.
For some people, it's the best part of their day. It's kind of hard to explain. You almost have to experience it.
From the moment you walk in,
From the energetic music, the smiles, and the high fives.
it's just a great, positive place to work out.
And you get it all for about $1 a day.
Join the movement. Everyone's got to move, right?
The all-new Bet Ahead feature is now live at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Casino. Make your picks online from anywhere before you place your cash bets. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Well, something pretty cool is happening on Saturday morning. We are able to see a solar eclipse. Now, it's not like the one we had back in 2017. This is called an annular eclipse. The moon covers the sun, but it doesn't quite get all the way there. And so you have this cool little effect called the Ring of Fire. Now, we're not going to see that here for a couple of reasons. Number one, that's just not where the path of the eclipse is going to go. But as long as you have the right gear, if you remember back in 2017 when we had the big eclipse, everybody had those cool glasses. Maybe you still have them lying around. Otherwise, I know there's places that are keeping them in stock just for this very one. That, and there's another big eclipse next year we might be able to get a hold of. But that's next year. This is this year. 70 to 80% coverage. The light will dim. It'll look a little weird outside. This is going to be between about 9:20 and 9:30 or so in the morning that we'll see this 70 to 80% coverage of the sun from this, what for us will be a partial solar eclipse. Here's the problem, though. And this is why I guess I'm the bearer of bad news today, is unfortunately it does look like we're going to see some cloud cover come in for the morning. And right now, our forecast computer is putting at 96% cloud coverage in Spokane. Now, who could have a better shot at seeing it? Places like Yakima, the Tri-Cities, Moses Lake. As you head south on the Palouse towards the Lewiston area and the Blue Mountains, there will be some breaks in the clouds, and so there's some optimism for me there that you'll have a chance, if you got the eclipse glasses, goggles, whatever it is, that you might be able to see something pretty cool here at about 9:20 on Saturday morning. Spokane, I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky, but it does not look good at the moment. Now, one of the reasons why we're going to see that cloud cover, we got another storm system coming in, maybe a few sprinkles as well during that time frame. across parts of North Idaho as we get a little wave of moisture coming through. And we'll see some scattered showers in our northern counties as we go through Saturday. The good news here, though, as you head into Saturday afternoon, and for your plans on Sunday, is that the next wave of moisture, as you can see on the timestamp at the top of the screen here, comes in pretty late at night, early in the morning. This is about 2:40 a.m. that we see some rain push through Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. So, hey, it's nice to have rain when we're sleeping because that means we can have our plans up with confidence. Still, better chance on Saturday or on Sunday rather than Saturday for daytime rain, in my estimation, in the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene metro. Will be a little bit different, say, in places like Colville, where Saturday is likely your day where you'll have a better chance for rain. But here's how things play out then as we head into Monday and Tuesday, where I think everybody just has a slightly better chance of rain than what we'll see over the weekend. And then things dry back out and we have some more beautiful weather coming in for Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
It's my favorite time of the year for so many reasons, Matt. Thank you. Well, 2 states are taking steps to give parents more control over what their kids see online. In New York, lawmakers argue algorithms, which suggest content based on a user's perceived interests, are keeping kids addicted to social media.
It preys on you. You don't ask for this content. It finds its way to you by very sophisticated ways.
New York state officials are now proposing legislation that would allow parents to opt out for their kids of getting feeds based on those automated algorithms. Instead, kids would only see content from creators they follow. Utah is also taking aim at algorithms. The state is suing TikTok, claiming the platform's algorithms are getting minors addicted.
Our focus right now is on young people whose brains are not fully developed. And these companies are very well of what they're doing.
TikTok responding, saying the app has industry-leading safeguards and it will continue to work to keep its community safe by tackling industry-wide challenges. Meta, owner of Facebook and Instagram, says it too has parental supervision tools. The company defends algorithms, saying they allow teens to find like-minded communities. More than 240,000 people are diagnosed with breast cancer in the U.S., according to the CDC. Experts say early detection is key. ABC's Ariel Reshef has the story of 2 women who didn't find out about their breast cancer in the typical way.
27-year-old Olivia Franz noticed inflammation while breastfeeding her newborn, so she went to her doctor.
They said, looks like mastitis, everything's fine, sent me home with a prescription for antibiotics.
But after a week, Olivia knew something else was wrong.
My breast was almost doubled in size. It was very red, very swollen. I started noticing some discharge from my nipple.
She went back for an ultrasound and biopsy where they determined it was stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer, or IBC, an aggressive breast cancer that doesn't always present with a lump.
It had spread to my bones. I thought, well, I'm going to leave a brand new baby alone with no mom. And then my very next thought was, that's not an option. He needs his mom, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep myself here for him.
Active and healthy Meadow Bailey never missed a yearly mammogram, but after celebrating her 49th birthday, she got called in for a follow-up.
I thought not a big deal, and the radiologist was looking with an ultrasound, and she said, you know, we've got some area of concern here. I said, are you talking like cancer? And she said, yeah, I am.
Meadow was diagnosed with stage 1 lobular breast cancer, a cancer that typically spreads and grows without ever forming a distinct lump.
I never felt a lump, and I also felt really good, so it really caught me off guard.
Both inflammatory breast cancer and lobular breast cancer are subtypes of breast cancer that typically present with unique symptoms like inflammation, changes in skin color, discharge from the nipple, or dimpling.
One of the biggest myth or misconception about breast cancer is that it always presents as a lump. In fact, 1 in 6 females diagnosed with breast cancer did not have a lump at the diagnosis.
In 2022, approximately 40,000 women in the U.S. faced a lobular breast cancer diagnosis. Inflammatory breast cancer, IBC, is rare and accounts for only 1% to 5% of all breast cancers. Both Olivia and Meadow receiving specialized treatments and breakthrough care at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, Texas.
They said stage 4 is not a death sentence.
Olivia now going on 3 years cancer-free.
We call it survivorship.
And Meadow, 1 year out, feeling lucky.
I feel like I'm getting amazing care, and I'm so appreciative for that.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
The Tire Store for auto repairs, tires, and wheels. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified, and you can start an account with no credit check. Tire Store.
This is a great opportunity to recognize the people who are behind the scenes doing the work.
STCU's Volunteers Count showcases people who volunteer.
There's just so many people that need so much help.
This grant that we just received is going to be such a blessing.
This is quite an honor. It will help so many people.
Tell us about a volunteer who inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate today.
Thanks to STCU and News 4 for doing this. It's amazing.
What is a jewelry design center? It's a diamond superstore. A center for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary rings. A showroom with unique creations as well as award-winning designers. A fun, comfortable, no-pressure place where you are free to make big, small, or even no decisions at all. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
R&R RV Center is your Van World Superstore. Solus, Travato, Echo, Revel, and more. Choose from front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, or 4x4. And bring your trade. R&R RV wants your boat, your Harley, your old RV. Van World at R&R RV Center in Liberty Lake and North Spokane. Or shop now at rnrrv.com. Eastern Washington's largest RV dealer.
From R&R RV, your RV Superstore.
Four News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. Washington State has an offense that ranks near the top in all of college football. But Saturday, the Cougars hit a roadblock against UCLA. Wazoo is hoping the offensive hiccup against the Bruins is just a bump in the road and not a bad sign of things to come. Alex Crescenti is here in studio to show us what the Cougars plan to do to get back on track in this week's Chalk Talk. Alex.
Yeah, Julian, overall the Washington State offense has been pretty impressive so far this season, putting up more than 470 yards and 40 points per game. But the one area that's really held them back is the running game. Statistically speaking, they're one of the worst in the country at it. And if the Cougs want to be competing for a conference title late into the season, they really need to get that unit going and not rely so heavily on the legs of their quarterbacks.
Midway through the second quarter against UCLA, Washington State handed the ball off to running back Nakia Watson 3 straight times. That resulted in just 7 yards and a punt back to the Bruins. All part of their 12 total rushing yards on the day.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
While Watson is the team's leading rusher with 153 yards and a couple of touchdowns, the team only has just over 500 yards through 5 games. And quarterbacks Cam Ward and John Mateer are both in the top 4 in that category. Not exactly what you want to see in your running game.
You know, sometimes this year we blocked it up and we haven't hit it right. We didn't read the kickouts, or, you know, we missed this one block and we had some things going. So it's been one thing and another, but we got to get it all on the same page to make sure we're rolling through it.
The lack of a run game isn't the end of the world. We saw similar results during the Mike Leach era, and look how that turned out. But this team doesn't want to abandon the rush altogether.
There was a lot of small things that we have to fix, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why we lost last week. So as we were watching film, we pointed out a bunch of stuff, a bunch of small details actually that we definitely have to fix in order to be victorious this weekend.
Now, the bad news for Wazoo is the Arizona defense has been pretty effective at stopping the run to this point. They're giving up just 106 yards per game on the ground, which ranks 25th in the country. Julian, send it back over to you.
All right, thanks, Alex. Now, the next steps for the Washington State Athletic Department could become clear. The WSU Board of Regents will hold a special meeting tomorrow morning. According to the agenda, the board will discuss pending, present, or potential litigation. This comes a few days after the University of Washington filed a brief on behalf of the departing Pac-12 schools. The brief is in response to a previous legal motion filed by Washington State and Oregon State University. WSU and OSU are the only Pac-12 schools remaining after this season, and both universities are trying to prevent the departing schools from voting on future conference matters. The Board of Regents meeting is scheduled for 10:15 a.m. tomorrow morning. And that'll wrap us up for sports. We'll be right back.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhart Painting Floor Coating Specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
It was in August, fires raged through our area. This one, the Gray Fire in Medical Lake. Homes destroyed, trees destroyed along with it. They've got to come down and get moved out for the rebuild. We're here in mid-October to help move them. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by and with volunteers from Horizon Credit Union.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Been to the Sweet Palace before? Then it's time to come back and look for your favorite. The Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg. It's the world's greatest candy store. Come see us.
My name is Lara, and Prime Source made it possible for me to own a car. I live in Stanwood, Washington, and my credit union is in Spokane. If there are people trying to get an auto loan, do not go anywhere but Prime Source. Great customer service. I would highly recommend Prime Source Credit Union because they really care about you.
Ask about our auto loan special. We have financing available with rates as low as 1.99% APR. Contact us for details.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
Next ET, we're at the world premiere of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, the movie. Plus,
I am with Dolly Parton, y'all. Yes, and we're going to tell you about my new book.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
It's time, y'all. Come on! It's a new season in NYC.
A new season of Kelly starts Monday at a special time.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, Odyssey Youth Movement's doors have been vandalized 3 days in a row, and another woman in the neighborhood says her gay pride flags have been stolen. Tonight, the center hosted an event to show the community that the queer community belongs here, and they're not going anywhere. That's tonight at 11.
And we'll update you on your forecast. Does look like we'll at least have a little bit of rain this weekend that we'll have to contend with from time to time. Nothing too crazy, though. Not like some of the soaking rains that we've had over the past few weeks at times. So we'll definitely look at it being a little bit wetter as we head into Monday and Tuesday of next week.
So it looks like we'll be dry on Saturday for the Arizona game.
Yeah, you guys are going to be fine.
Yeah. What about the QB Dome?
72.